The iconic cookie with the one side black icing and the other side white icing. Black and white cookies were a top seller in my bakery, and today I'm sharing the recipe with you. You're going to need vegan butter and sugar, and I'm going to go ahead and get that creaming right away. I'm adding some vinegar to my plant milk along with butter flavor and vanilla extract. And if you don't have butter flavor, that's okay, just leave it out. But it really does add a nice flavor to these cookies. Next, we have aquafaba, which is simply the water from a can of chickpeas, which is going to act as the binder in this cookie recipe, but I'm also adding some cornstarch for added binding. I'm combining the flour with the baking powder, baking soda, and salt. And now that the butter and sugar is creamed to light and fluffy, and that usually takes about 3 to 5 minutes, I'm going to add in the aquafaba mixture. And notice that I'm stopping the mixer to scrape the bottom and the sides of the bowl quite often. This is to make sure that I'm evenly mixing these ingredients, and the goal is a silky smooth batter with no lumps. Give it a good whip to emulsify that aquafaba through, and then add the dry ingredients all at once. And last goes the plant milk in semi-slowly. And there we have a beautiful batter that is halfway between cookie and cake, which is the ultimate description of a black and white cookie. These would literally fly out the door every single day in my bakery. We could not make these fast enough. So I'm making 2 sizes today, the classic jumbo bakery sized one, and then I'm making some mini sizes too because I have plans for these. Stay tuned for the next video where I'm going to make a black and white cookie cake. But before they go into the oven, give them a good tap on the table to release any air bubbles. Same thing, give them a firm tap and into the oven they go. The minis bake up in about 12 minutes and the larger ones took closer to about 15 or 16 minutes. Just bake them until the edges start to turn light golden brown. And these perfect little pucks are almost ready to be iced up with that iconic sugar icing. Confectioner's sugar and a spot of plant milk is all you need for the sugar icing. I did add a tablespoon of corn syrup to mine, but this is optional, although it will give you that nice sheen. And then the other half of the icing sugar is going to be chocolate by adding some cocoa powder and a bit more plant milk. Now carefully spread some of that white icing on half of the cookie. The idea is to get a thin layer without picking up any of the crumbs from the cookie. And sometimes my fondant sugar icing gets a little thick as I'm working, so I'll just pop the bowl into the microwave for like 10 seconds, and that's instant spreadable consistency. Now by the time you get to the last one, your first one will be ready for the chocolate icing. It should be set and dry. If you gently touch it, you'll see that it's not tacky. This is going to take a little bit of finesse to get that chocolate and white icing to perfectly meet up in the middle with no interference, no smudging, no swirling. I know sometimes a lot of you guys say that I make everything look so easy, but believe me, this isn't as easy as it looks. An important key to success for a black and white cookie icing is that there's no icing dripping down the sides or on the bottom. Believe me, this does take some practice, so head over to my website at Gretchen'sVeganBakery.com to grab these recipes and start practicing. Speaking of practicing, converting this recipe from my bakery original took 4 tries to get it perfect, and can I just say, I have not eaten a black and white cookie since like 10 years ago in my bakery. And in the beginning of this video, I said I really never liked black and white cookies. Well, I have to make a severe correction. These are perfect. I actually love these. This new recipe is way better than the ones I even sold in my bakery. So I really hope you will try them. And as always, I want to give a great big thank you to my patrons in Patreon and my pals in PayPal for funding this effort so that I can actually keep testing and tweaking 4 and 5 times until I get it right, so that you all have no fail results every time. And that equals lots of money in ingredients. So if you think you can help for as little as a cup of coffee a month, click the links below to find out how. All right, everyone, thanks so much for watching, commenting, and liking my videos. And don't forget to stay tuned for the black and white cookie cake coming up next. And until next time, happy vegan baking. Bye for now.